BJ Boston has responded not only with a message to the critics, but also in his previous games. After a very terrible start to his season, in his last 3 games, he's improved dramatically. And we're not even doing an intro to this video because I gotta say this. Every time BJ Boston has a okay game, somebody adds me in a comment or Instagram or tags me or sends me a direct message and says, oh yeah, take that hater, he's proving you wrong. I'm not a hater, I'm a basketball channel and I'm not like many others. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things and I'm gonna tell you how it is. I want him to do good, but I'm not gonna come on here if he's playing bad and tell you he's playing okay or decent. If you're playing bad, you're gonna get criticized. It's vice versa. If you're playing good, you're gonna get praised. And in today's video, we're gonna praise him and it has nothing to do with his stats. I give credit where credit is due, and it's due for this video. Like I said though, quit tagging me on stuff saying I'm hating on him, because I'm not. I think a lot of you have hating and criticism mixed up. Me hating on him would be just me saying absurd things. When I'm just telling you how he's playing, that's just criticism. Completely 2 different things, but that's besides the point. Let's get into today's video. First things first, let's get into his response when somebody asked him how he blocks out all the noise. Quote unquote, this is what he had to say. I love this game and I won't let nobody knock me off my pivot because I have great confidence in my work ethic, and as long as I keep working, everything I want is gonna come. Those are some mature words and he's completely right. If he keeps working, it's gonna come. This 3-game stretch he's currently going on is a bright side, and I waited to make this video because I don't believe in having 1 good game makes up for 12 bad ones. A lot of people were messaging me too and saying, oh, how come when he has a good game you don't say nothing? Come on now, 1 good game doesn't make up for 10 bad ones, and you know that. I wanted to wait to see him do it not twice but 3 to 4 times, and he's done that. This little stretch he's going on too comes at a great time because it was right at the point where people are saying if he doesn't pick up the pace, he may not even get drafted. This 3-game stretch started at Georgia, and even though they lost the game by 1, Brandon had a great night. In 33 minutes played, he went 9 for 17 from the field, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line, which is okay, at least it wasn't 0 for 4 I guess, had 7 rebounds and 2 fouls. Why did I say he had 2 fouls? Who cares about that? But also, most importantly, he had 18 points. I'm going to tell you about the stats in these 3 games, but don't pay attention to him too much because I'm going to talk about his overall game in a minute. It's not just the stats, it's the eye test. In the game right after that against LSU, who's a really good team, but seems like they're struggling now, once again he had 18 points. This time he went 7 for 17 from the field, 2 for 7 on 3-pointers, and had 6 rebounds and 3 assists, and 18 points. And last but not least, against a good, and I mean really good, sleeping Alabama team, he had 8 points, went 2 for 9 from the field, and did not attempt a 3-point shot. I know what you're sitting there thinking, yo Matt, 2 for 9 from the field and only 8 points, that's not that good, but just hear me out. In this 3-game stretch he's going on, in the first one he actually came off the bench, and I think this lit a fuel under his fire. Or would it be fire under his fuel? I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. I said this before when I've talked about him. It's not the numbers that I really care about. Even though he was only scoring 5 to 6 points per game, I didn't care about that. It's the fact he was catching the ball in these games early in the season and he wasn't even looking like a threat. Like, he wasn't even looking at the rim to score or do anything. He'd catch the ball and not even look at the rim. And even if you're a center and you catch the ball at the 3-point line, you should look to score. He wasn't getting in triple threat, and quite frankly, when he caught the ball, I wasn't scared of him scoring or doing anything with it. But now his game and his aggression has completely changed. He's looking like the best player on this team now, and when he catches the ball, he's looking to score. Forget the 18 points in back-to-back games and forget the 8 points last night. He's a completely different player, and I mean that. He's living up to the hype right now, and he's looking like that lottery pick and a for sure first rounder. Even in the videos when I was criticizing him, I was saying he has the hype and potential. It's just a matter of time before he lives up to it. He's playing good, don't get me wrong, but I still think he has more in the tank. I gotta say this anytime I talk about him too, or any freshman. I don't want to hear the freshman excuse because that is so old school. You got Sharif going out here every night dropping 25 and 10, so I don't want to hear it. With the 2 18-point performances, those were good. I don't want to talk on that too much, but last night he did go 2 for 9, had 8 points like I stated. So you're sitting there like, yo Matt, that's not that good. He must have played bad, but I don't think he did. It's not the numbers and stats I'm concerned about. It's that he needs to be more aggressive and play like that 5-star recruit. Early in the season, when he would have an off night, he would be scared to shoot the ball or even score. He was only shooting 4 to 5 or 6 shots a game. I understand it, 2 for 9 doesn't look good on his stat sheet, but you had to watch the game to understand what I'm saying. He was aggressive out there, he was making plays, and even though he wasn't efficient from the floor, he was a threat. And that's what I've been wanting, and everyone's been wanting to see out of this guy for a while now. Although people think basketball is just about scoring, it's about passing, rebounding, and doing other things, and he did have 4 assists and 5 rebounds. I get it, he was missing shots, but at least his confidence is up because he was missing shots and continuing to shoot them. What you don't want to see in a player is when they miss 1 or 2 shots and they don't shoot anymore, because that means they lack that confidence. I thought I was going to hold off and not make this video until he has 4 or 5 straight good games, but I think it's safe to say he's getting in his groove. Of course, I could be wrong. He might go out the next 2 or 3 nights and just go back to normal, but I don't think, and I hope that doesn't happen. The bottom line is, and everyone knows this, he's a great player. He's just got to perform great. We're all waiting for it, and hopefully he reaches his peak later in the season. I think he's got it in him, but hey, who knows what's going to happen, not only with him, but this entire Kentucky team. I do gotta say, it is nice of him to go out there and live up to the hype somewhat and play to the best of his abilities. The scary thing too about him is that this is just a little sample size. He can be even better. So the question is, will he live up to it or will he fold under the pressure? But hey man, with all this being said, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family. Hit that subscribe button, road to 100K, and leave a like for more. As always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.